what I'm trying to impart to you is that you're not getting it, dude. When you get out, nothing good happens. All that happens is it's like when you hang with dogs, you get fleas, dude. Every time, don't matter who you're with, guns start blazing. Now, every father should have the right to have access to their kid, but you can't do what you're doing. I mean, that's just not cool. That's not cool.
All right, let's go back on the record.
But let me make something clear to you today.
Prosecutor's office.
What do you want to give me?
Jolie
Fear of you.
Possession of a shopping cart. Oh my God.
Is that a serious charge, you think? Is that a serious charge?
Heinous. Heinous.
You ready? Okay, come on up.
Okay, Judge, we're here to approach on a bond for Anthony Clark. He's wanted out of Sarasota County, Florida for stalking. No criminal history, 23 years old, has a bachelor's degree, is a VP of Investor Relations for Precision Global, single with no kids, lives between here, Town Lake and Sarasota, asking for a $2,500 bond.
Okay.
They would be opposed.
Why?
For the fact that it is a felony stalking that's been open since 2023. I don't know when in 2023. Try to get a hold of the DA's office there, but I guess their ADA assigned is in court, and so I kept getting sent to voicemail. So I don't have much more information other than the fact that it's about almost a year old. Well, it's closer to like 8 months old, and the fact that it's a felony stalking. It's a DV because it's marked confidential in their clerk's website. So I couldn't get anything.
What other criminal history does he have?
I couldn't find any, but I just
He says he has none, and you can't find any.
I can't find any.
And then no prior fugitive cases.
Issue that I want to have that because obviously he has some history because he has a stalking, but for some reason nothing's showing up.
Why does that mean he has history? Because he has a stalking.
Because the stalking would pop up. So I'm saying like nothing is popping up, which is unusual because obviously stalking should have shown up.
Oh, I can come back later this morning if you'd like to verify, because I don't like giving statements like he must have history when it's not confirmed. So.
We've got a lot of time, so.
I can call them again and see if
Or
they can.
perhaps send them an email, maybe they answer the email, or you don't have to.
Well, I mean, if they can forward over to that ADA in court or state's attorney, they call state's attorney, there's state's attorney in court, and then I can email you. And then if there's none, then so.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it because he's got no criminal history for this charge, you know?
I mean, assuming that I can't find any other, because 99.9% of the time, I don't want to say 100% because I can't legitimately say 100% without something returning to say there's nothing. I mean, because I don't want to have Barry come back for.
I'm here, it doesn't matter to me.
Okay, well.
So it's up to you guys. I just don't want that to be used against him if that's not confirmed.
Sure.
So if that's gonna be something that's used against him, I'd rather have it confirmed. He has a batch,
Used against him.
like, in other words, to set a high bond, or he's asking for no bond, which is, I mean, he's opposing a bond, which is.
Well, I mean, even with it's just stalking, because I have an issue with DV stalking charges, so, I mean, yeah. So the answer would be the same. So even if I didn't bring that up in argument, I would still say that. I understand his age, but the fact that it's almost, it's 8 months old and it's a felony domestic stalking.
And again, I don't understand unless it's.
Did you ask him why? Is it a 2B?
Yes, that's what I'm saying is unless it's a failure to appear, it doesn't matter if a warrant is 10 years old because people don't know about them. People don't necessarily know about their warrants. He lives between here and Sarasota. He has a bachelor's degree. He's a VP of operations. Obviously, if he knew about it, he already has an attorney there. I went back and I talked to him. I talked to his
the lawyer back there?
Yeah, he's already has an attorney.
Okay.
Since he got arrested, he's contacted the attorney. There's no way he's not going. So.
Well, regardless, I mean.
But my point is, if he's already contacted an attorney, he's on top of it, is what I'm saying.
Okay with it.
Okay, well, what would you like to say to that, Judge?
Hey, you okay?
I don't feel comfortable giving a number, and so I'm going to stay at no bond. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, so whichever number the court wants to give.
Do the 2,500. Yes, okay with it. Yeah.
I'll write up the reset.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Cynthia.
This way,
Who needs to meet you?
Sir.
All right, what was his name again?
Anthony Clark.
Good morning, Mr. Clark. How's jail?
Interesting.
I'm sorry?
Not a fun place.
You know why you're here?
Yes.
Why are you here?
Out of state warrant.
Right. Your warrant is now very old. Your lawyer has asked me to give you a bond, and I will reluctantly do this because you have no criminal history. But what I want you to understand is that we are only giving you 2 weeks from the date of your release to go turn yourself in to, where is it, Dave?
Florida.
It's at no bond over there, correct?
For their, yes, Judge.
So you must go turn yourself in. Do you understand?
Right.
You will not get another one from us. So if you try to take flight, if you don't go there, if you're late, it does not matter. I will yank this bond. I will set it at 0. You will not get another one. I'm going to get you. And this time I'm going to hold you until Florida comes and gets you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. If you have any issues, talk to Pare. She can help you out. But 2 weeks, that's it. I will set your bond at 2,500 and then good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, but right now we have an inmate out, so she's gonna have to be in the jury box. Thank you.
Give me a second.
He's done, Judge?
He's done, please.
Now can you come out?
My client's a Spanish speaker, but I believe you already had him approached. He does have a license, Your Honor. So can we do it? And it is actually active. He hired for ALR, so it's not suspended or anything.
Fine.
Juan.
Bell, Cynthia,
P-U-T-Z.
just make sure, check with Pavel that it's a good license, that he has insurance, and then I'll take the no driving affidavit off.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, okay.
So good license.
And insurance in his name. I want to make sure he has insurance. And then if he's got both of those, we'll let him drive.
Okay. And I don't think an interlock was ordered. I know there were randoms. Is there any way to waive the random requirement?
No, what? It's a DWI.
No? May we approach on that if he's?
No.
No. All right, I gotta ask. It doesn't hurt to ask.
It
Sometimes
doesn't
I
hurt
get
to
a
ask.
yes.
I get it, but not on a DWI.
Okay,
Sorry.
so it's randoms, no drugs, alcohol, obviously no other.
And assuming you have both of those things, we'll take that off. Just no drugs, no alcohol. That's it. And don't get in trouble.
Okay.
That's it.
Let me turn on license. Thank you. Thank you.
You can always be reached by the office. I know we talked a lot on the phone. You can always sleep in a vehicle.
Thank you for telling me that. Because I totally forgot about it. Should have said something. And he's got open beer in the car.
Exactly. And you're still. Within his life.
Crazy.
Yeah. That's extremely dangerous. What's that name?
Oh, yeah, I will. Thanks. Could be. Cynthia.
Yes. Am I in trouble?
No. He's asleep. He's in a moving lane of traffic. He's got a beer in the cup holder. He's got a bunch of beers open that are empty on the floorboard.
Allegedly.
Yeah. That's cute.
Take care of this one, Judge, and then I'll come back.
I'm gonna scare her.
You wanna think about it?
Give me 30 minutes.
7:45.
I already had, so I had a lengthy conversation with him prior to getting on probation that in the event she failed to comply with what he was able to get as far as FaceTime, that he was to go to the family court and use them as the avenue to either hold her in contempt, have her fined, jailed, whatnot, for non-compliance with their custody agreement.
I agree, Judge.
He was not to take matters into his own hands.
Well,
And
all
now,
all I can tell you is based on the call logs that she screenshot over and I looked at what you sent me, it shows that from 7:32 to 7:40-ish something, that he made these series of calls. There's no way we can tell because she declined all the calls. And I said, well, you're calling a lot. And he goes, yes, because I was trying to get through to FaceTime so I can talk to my child as part of my child support compliance. That's all I was doing. I never made communications to her, didn't even have words with her.
20 calls in a matter of 3 or 4 minutes.
But if you're trying to get to me, it's reasonable, Judge, because he's trying to get through.
Many times is not reasonable. Well, come up, Mr. Robinson.
If he was trying to get through FaceTime, he would keep trying because he only has that allowed time to get through to see his daughter.
I told you the last time you were here that in the event she was non-compliant with your custody arrangement, you were not to take matters into your own hands with the repeated 20 to 50 to 150 phone calls that you do. I have proof to the contrary, Mr. Robinson. And if something is happening to where she is busy, that she cannot get a hold of you, how do you know that she's not having a crisis of her own? For you to call 20 times in a matter of a minute or two is harassment.
Through this, think of situations. Like she could have been busy, baby could have been sick. That's why she didn't.
Now it's a little bit too late.
Myself instead of.
Ma'am, he goes with you. Bye-bye, Mr. Robinson. You didn't get it last time.
Yeah.
See if it happens this time.
Well, let me figure it out.
Ma'am,
Stay away from me.
don't set him down, please.
I know it's a little early, Judge, but I've talked to Mr. Robinson. He is truly remorseful. He knows he didn't make the best judgment. He did get a new job at Cracker Barrel on the town center in 59. He's terrified that he's going to lose it. He has to go to work at 9 in the morning. His mom is actually waiting.
Mom's here?
No, she's in the car downstairs waiting all that. So I told him that I would. I just wanted to kind of update you what I found out more. He is, in terms of
problem.
AG and
Complaining witness is absolutely fed up with him calling and calling and calling. And how many, do you have the case pulled up?
Judge, if we, give him amended conditions like 0 tolerance, 1 too many stuff, and he's going in, anything, I saw it, Judge. I get you. But again, if there's this FaceTime thing that he's just trying to see his, see his daughter. But why don't you just say, besides the no contact, the FaceTime, just don't have any communication with the ex, and that way they have some space, and he's only allowed to call during the FaceTime time. And if that's not possible,
the problem is that Shatoria, what exactly did we tell him that he was not allowed to contact her only for purposes of the visitation? What do we do now?
But I think there's no harassing the person.
Well, that I know. Yeah, because it.
That 4066.
I'm trying to pull it up right now.
4066.
Yeah. Sorry, man. I'm trying to pull it up. 247-4460. That's, maybe no contact except for the time.
I don't think he's incapable of having contact without so maybe we should just do no contact at all.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, that no contact except for the,
Didn't add anything about.
All we did was just no threatening, harassing, abusive contact, and that's obviously,
they have like, as part of his child support, he has 15 minutes of paper. And that's the time.
do you have
But it was still 2 minutes.
personally? Okay, so will you, I'm now gonna modify the conditions, no contact whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly.
He's incapable of doing it without, unless, so now I can't trust him anymore, so just no more contact. He's gonna have to find another way to have contact with the child. Well, then I'm gonna put him in jail. I'll keep him. That's it.
Judge, we have a
Tell me.
possible solution.
I was gonna say just no contact.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
It's okay. Kevin, tell me what you're thinking.
Is there an established time that he is supposed to contact because if she's just willfully withdrawn, not allowing him?
I don't know. We don't have,
Judge, I think there is. I think it's not during that time frame.
can you from him now get a copy of the custody order, or perhaps I can look at it?
I don't have that, but maybe what we can do is bring him back and tell him to bring all that and set a very specific time for that contact only to be for the purpose of parenting the child.
Okay, I'll agree to that. But until we're able to formulate the plan, no contact.
Yes.
So
How about if we bring him back later this week, give him a chance to give me all that stuff, and I'll work with, probation to put that in place. Would that be okay? All right. Should we bring
you
him
mind
out?
grabbing him, please?
Thank you, Mr. Rowe.
Now, every father should have the right to have access to their kid. But you can't do what you're doing. I mean, that's just not that's not cool. Now, if she is truly withholding, you have to find the right avenue to do it. Calling 100 times is not it. I will never play this game with you again. If you and I see each other again, I'm assuring you a very lengthy jail sentence. No means no. Doesn't mean maybe. Doesn't mean she's got my kids. There are proper ways to fight someone who doesn't want to give you access to a child. Calling 30 times, 50 times is not the way to do it. We are going to try to formulate a plan to help you, Mr. Robinson. Until we have done that, I don't want you to have any contact with her whatsoever. Do you understand? What we're going to do is we are going to postpone your case until Wednesday.
Thursday, Judge.
I'm gone Thursday. I'm not going to be here.
Friday?
I'm not here Friday either. I'm gone. I'll be with a bunch of 12, 13-year-olds in San Antonio.
Will you come back next Monday? I'm just trying to, because
I'm okay with that as long as he realizes that you cannot have contact with this person until Monday. Okay with that, but no contact means no contact, Mr. Robinson.
That's the 6th, May 6th. That's when.
I will do whatever.
Monday's good. I'm off on Monday.
Then Monday it is. But this is what we're going to do. I want you to come back Monday. I want you to bring me a copy of your custody and visitation order. I want to see what the judge set forth as you being able to have access to the child. We will set a plan in place because our probation officer has the ability to contact Michaela. We will try to set forth a plan so that you can have access to the child without you having to call as many times as you have been. All you're doing is you're alienating her even more, where she's going to restrict further access. You're going about things the wrong way. Do you think someone wants to have them contact 50 times? Right. Do you think that's going to have them resent you more? Yes. So we're going to try to create something for you. On Monday, when you come back, bring me a copy of the order. We'll see what the judge said as far as time is concerned. We will also reach out through the probation officer to her to make sure that she knows this is the proper time. He will only be able to call you at this time so that there are no issues. And if then she continues to restrict your access, somehow we will help you get to the family court so that you can have her held in contempt for willfully withholding and violating the court order she's got and you have. Do you understand? If at that point she still is giving you, if she's not giving you access, you go to the family court and they will hold her in contempt. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
No contact until we get something set up. Okay? All right. You can, please. You can let him go.
It's a male.
Let's get it
I'm
done.
sorry, Day.
Okay. All right. It's already completed.
It's okay, Judge. This will be quick. Caleb Davis, fugitive.
Okay.
Asking to see if you'd consider a bond. I know it's going to be a little crazy, but he just wants me out here. He's 20 and young. He's on deferred in the 337th.
My Lord.
They haven't,
dude?
I'm just saying, I don't know. Yes, they haven't filed.
20?
Yes, he's 20. They haven't filed an MAJ yet, but, you know,
What?
I don't know.
Okay, so he's on probation for deadly conduct, discharging a firearm. What happened?
Well, we already violated it once with the UCW and then another with a tampering, but that was dismissed.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Mr. Vo, do you mind bringing out Mr. Caleb Davis, please? He needs to hear this.
He's just so young that he doesn't get it from me.
Let's get it.
You can probably.
Please let him hear this. Caleb Davis, please. He needs to hear this.
Because, I mean, they're gonna file the MAJ. I'm like 99% sure.
I would, but you know, I'm not up there.
It's a gun case. I'm like,
Stranger things have happened though, you know?
True.
I'm glad that she didn't.
Okay, don't talk about the next three cases even though you want to, just talk actually back to the charge.
How you doing?
How's jail? Really? Are you sure about that? Because you keep doing stuff to land you in there. No matter how many chances you get, Mr. Davis, boom, something pops up. So it must be real fun to be in jail. Either that or you like the color orange. So you now are here with us in court 5 because you picked up a fugitive case. So, Day, what happened?
Yeah, she's wanted out of Harris County, Alabama for theft of property first degree. They are allowing a $5,000 bond there, but the larger issue here is that he has not yet made bond on the most recent unlawful carrying of a weapon.
Please keep it down a bit.
That is next set on May 3rd. In addition, he is on a deferred adjudication for deadly conduct discharging a firearm that has not yet filed an MAJ, which I suspect they will due to the fact that it's another firearms offense. I also would like to notate to the court that when he was initially placed on the deferred adjudication for the deadly conduct, right before he entered it in, he had another unlawful carrying of weapon charge that he bond forfeited on, and so I believe he is a flight risk. In addition to the fact that he was charged with tampering, which was found no PC'd initially, but I don't know what the progress is on potential refile for that. But due to the fact that he has 3 weapons charges, 2 of which are after he was already charged with the weapons deadly conduct charge up in 337 and the bomb forfeiture, and the fact that he was wanted for a first-degree felony out of Alabama in the midst of the first UCW before the second UCW was charged, and before the MAJ is filed, is that the state would be opposed to a bond.
Tell me, what happened in the deadly conduct, the discharging case?
I can read the PC if you'd like to.
Please.
August 19, 2021, officer dispatched a shooting. They observed a surveillance video of a corner store, found an unknown male that punched the now defendant. The now defendant then pulled a firearm from his waistband and fired shots toward the unknown male, along with a crowd of multiple individuals also in the parking lot area and in close proximity to the store. Then a large group of young male blacks began fleeing from the defendant's gunfire as he continues shooting towards them as they flew along a drive-through.
Slow down. You're going so fast, man.
A large group of young black males began fleeing from the defendant's gunfire as he continued shooting towards them as they flee along a drive-through area attached.
So he's shooting a gun and he continues to shoot the gun toward people?
Sir, he's not asking you.
I was shot.
He's not asking you.
I got shot.
Then 3 other unknown black males who were also fleeing pulled out firearms, began shooting in the direction of the
It's
defendant.
like the Wild West.
Firing upon them, defendant was shot after they returned fire, striking him along the right hip area, and the defendant then fled the scene. Defendant then later showed up to the hospital and went to interview with him, and he admitted that he returned firearm in response to a punch. So it was the escalation from a punch to a firearm that got him charged.
And you're only 20 years old. And you want me to give you a bond?
It's only because
you got me
I haven't-
bent if you think I'm gonna give you a bond, dude. Nothing.
I haven't been in trouble since then. And that case,
You just picked up a new gun case
I was in a car with
yesterday.
Yes, ma'am.
I told you.
I was in a car with
Sir, I just said stop.
So let's get this.
I literally said it wasn't
September
mine.
of 23, you picked up a gun case.
Sir, I'm asking you nicely as your
Mr. Davis.
advice, but hey, they're gonna write everything down and send it to the other
I mean, I'm
DA.
eager for him to keep talking. He's going to keep talking about it.
So here's the deal. What I'm trying to impart to you is that you're not getting it, dude. When you get out, nothing good happens. All that happens is it's like when you hang with dogs, you get fleas, dude. Every time, don't matter who you're with, guns start blazing.
Never had a shootout a day in my life other than that time because those dudes walked up trying to rob me.
And that's it.
Like those dudes walked up dead because I had like the reason they even came to me is because I had $5,000 in my pocket.
Stop.
Like they knew what they was coming for. Like you know what I mean? It wasn't.
You know what? Sometimes, Mr. Davis, sometimes we have to protect people from themselves because they're their own worst enemy.
Sir, I have never in my life ever did anything like that again. Ever in my life. And then in this case right here.
Caleb, I'm gonna ask you to not talk about the facts of the case.
But all I know is that you now have picked up, and I don't know what happened, but yesterday you now got charged with yet another gun case.
It's going to be.
And what you're not getting is that you're on a very, very serious felony probation in front of a judge.
I understand. I
Very tough.
I knew. I know, sir. I promise you that is not my gun. That's all I can
Caleb,
tell
I
you.
really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. That's
But
all I'm
I
gonna
think
say.
we're good.
That's all I'm gonna say.
It's you're facing 20 years upstairs, Mr. Davis. Do you have any clue what they would do to you in prison? I've read stuff that had me in tears because it was so bad. It'll turn you white, the stuff that I've read. And the problem is that the jailers and the people in TDC don't give a rat's behind what happens because it's so bad. They turn, face the other way and go. It's only a matter of time before a judge sees, you know what? But me, I can't, in my good conscience, give you a bond when I know it's one thing after the other.
promise you, I can get on my knees and tell you that, sir, that is not me. Sir, that is not me.
So we're just talking about the fact that you were charged, not the facts.
I understand, but
and
like,
trying to get you to Alabama.
yes, ma'am, I understand.
Right. Here, what we're doing is trying to see whether we should give you a bond just for you to go to Alabama.
I understand.
And I just can't, Mr. Davis.
I can promise you, if you won't make a mistake, I can give you my word on that. You won't make a mistake. You won't. I promise you that. I'm saying that with everything in me, with all my heart, you won't make a mistake. I don't get in trouble. You can look at the facts. You can look at the cases. Anything that has ever happened to me.
What happened on the new gun case? Do you know?
I don't know. I just saw it set for May 3rd, but I do know that he has defenses that he is asserting clearly. And it's a links issue.
Can you tell me what happened on the new?
Traffic stop, and the defendant learned that he's 20 years of age with the birthday of obviously under 21, having consensual conversation with the officer. The now defendant reached down between his legs, attempting to reach a black block handgun that was in plain view on the floorboard of the passenger seat that was not properly secured in a holster. It was a black Gen 4 Glock 29, and it was chambered. And I'm trying to figure out, I went a little ahead. So it wasn't screened in the other court. It was a consensual encounter with occupants of a Charger, but I don't know what the location is.
Was he driving? Was he passenger or driver?
I believe he was a passenger, but he reached for the gun where the gun was located. And so it was a simply towing and recovery service around a residential location. But the fact that he was under 21, a passenger, and the fact that he was in possession of a handgun was charged.
Sorry, dude. At some point,
That sounds like I was in
Oh my
possession.
gosh.
So
I think we
hold
should go
on.
back there.
Hey, listen to Shreya. She knows what she's talking about. The only thing I'm trying to impart to you, Mr. Davis, is that there's only so many chances they're going to give you before you throw your behind in prison.
I just want to tell you, sir, I promise you, I can promise you, I know what it, this because I know what it looked like. I can promise you that is not me, sir. I can promise you that. The case that he's talking about, I was 17 in that case.
So
anything after that case, I have never been in trouble. Anything is, you know what I mean, that big.
Stop. Ain't gonna happen. Just, I don't want that kind of blood on my hand. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Just be careful.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you.
Thanks, Judge.
There, come on.
Y'all have him as white, but it's Cody Blake white. It's not right. Y'all have him white.
Okay. Hey.
It's right and not white. Y'all have him.
That's what she does. Watch out. It's like a snake in the grass. It'll bite you. The fangs.
Okay.
I'm asking for a PR bond.
But it's right.
Yes.
It's right, but he's really right.
Yes, sir.
Cody White.
Yes.
Really should be right.
Yes.
It's a cause number.
It is cause number 2507297, and I'm asking for a PR bond, Judge, on this one. He works as a small engine repairman.
Is he in jail now?
He's in jail now. He just made bond, $1,000 bond for a PCS, and he got this possession of a marijuana case. He doesn't have the money to make another $1,000 bond, and he's asking for a PR bond.
How can they not give him a PR bond? That's weird, right?
I don't know.
Let's read what happened. On bond for a PCS in the 185th, order signed March 5th granting PR bond to have no drugs. Defendant's current bond conditions and multiple prior arrests have not deterred defendant from engaging in criminal conduct. Clear and convincing evidence is present that no less restrictive nor non-financial alternatives exist. Is it Mr. Deputy Lynn? Vote. Mr. Vo, do you mind doing me a favor and grabbing Mr. Cody Wright, please? Thanks.
Huh?
Has been around on this one? No.
I think so. It's a new one, yeah. He may have had his ring. We need to change his name to
I'm sorry, what are you talking about?
Cody White. He's the last page, on the last page of your document.
Call number 2507-297.
On the docket, it has his right name.
So on the docket is right,
On the,
but it's right, R-I-G-H-T, which is spelled W-R-I-G-H-T. Right.
right.
I'm following you.
Okay.
I can catch y'all. We have white.
Which
but it
is
should be
wrong.
right.
It should be right.
So right is wrong.
Right is wrong.
White
is wrong.
But right is right.
Right is right.
Just can you sign it? Right here, initial, please.
Sure.
Hey, Judge Fleischer, I sent you an email with his high school.
I saw it. I saw it.
So they got that exhaustive trial done and then information.
Right here, Mr. Lord, right.
That's confusing.
How's jail? How's jail? Good. I hope it's an absolutely miserable experience because we're not getting through to you. What do we need to do to get through to you that you have to follow bond conditions? You now have picked up a new case while you're on bond for a felony. You now stand charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, Mr. Wright. Please.
On 4/25/2024, traffic stop for expired registration in Harris County, Texas. Driver Pittman gave consent to search the vehicle. Affian had defendant Wright step out of the vehicle and got consent to search his person. Officer conducted a Terry first and felt his waistband and pocket. Officer then felt objects that could be narcotics related and searched his person and found pins. Officer located his backpack with 1.1 grams of marijuana in the passenger seat where the defendant was sitting.
Okay, Mr. Wright, I'm going to find that there's probable cause. Let me ask you, do you have a valid Texas driver license?
Suspended at the moment.
There's another violation. You don't get it. Mr. Wright, you will sign an affidavit with me promising me you're not going to drive. There's no faster way for you to get a lengthy jail sentence than you get in a car and drive. If you ever get in a car and drive without a Texas driver license and liability insurance in violation of this affidavit, you'll be facing 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time. And I don't care if Mother Teresa needs a ride to church. You get in a car and drive, you'll be doing 6 months every single time. You understand? Why on earth would we give you a PR bond when you continue to violate conditions? Why should we give you a PR bond, Mr. Wright? Tell me. Because Lori is asking me to let you out. But if I let you out, what are you going to get? Pick up a third case? Tell me why.
Using needles for about 2 years now. I think if I go back to it, I'm going to die. Let's go to rehab. Literally, let's go to rehab. I'm trying to go to the wheelhouse.
Every person I meet here is about to do this. They're about to do that. Intentions are great. It's actions what count. Your intentions go in one ear and they go out that ear. That's how good intentions are. So maybe we should keep you in custody and put you in a rehab then.
I tried going to the Texas house. The last one I got rehab to, the one I got sent to before rehab was the Texas house. That was a year-long program. Had a really short, really low percentage of graduating. I made 6 months the first time and 10 months the second time. I got scared. I went back to where I came from. I don't need to go back to, I just want to, I already know there's a really good record at the wheelhouse over there on Deer Park, right down the street from the police department. I have a friend of mine that just went through it. He's going through, he's had these same issues as me. As far as drugs are concerned.
You're not giving me much confidence, Mr. Wright.
I want to get past this.
I don't think that you can do it on your own. You've already shown us that you cannot. Tell me again, why would we let you out? What do you think?
Give him a chance. If he makes it, he won't get another chance.
The only way you will get a chance from me, Mr. Wright, is if you come here 2 times a week and take tests showing me that you're not using anything, and you go to AA or NA 3 times a week with proof that you're doing it. I will give you a curfew of 9 p.m. and you must maintain a full-time job. If you want me to let you out, those are the things that you must do. And you must take an active part in sobriety. 3 times a week, I want you to bring me proof that you're going and doing NA classes. A piece of paper, that date, name, sponsor, and where you had the location and where you went to go do it. But I want proof every other day that you're going to NA classes, and you will take drug tests 2 times a week to prove to me that you're not consuming anything. This is the only way that I will let you out. And if you know that you can't do it, don't. Because if you muck this thing up again, because what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put no driving, and right under it, I'm going to put no drugs and no alcohol. And if you violate this, I will hold you in contempt, slap you with 180 days in jail. I will probate it for 2 years. I will put you in jail and then put you into a treatment facility in the jail where, if you're good, it's a minimum of 9 months depending on how well you respond to treatment. So if you violate this thing, you will go into a treatment facility for a minimum of 9 months.
Yeah.
You understand me? Okay, Mr. Wright, you know what's expected of you. No driving, no alcohol, drugs, NA, 1 AA 3 times per week. Okay, Lori, I'm going to grant it to you. However, he knows what's expected. Mr. Wright, let's see. You will never get another chance. This is the only chance because I've not given you one. That's the only reason. I believe everyone should get at least one chance. This is the only one. And I'm going to keep you so close to me, you're going to think that you understand. All right. Deputy, do you mind bringing him over here so he can swear this to this, and then you can put it back?
Just try to raise your